Gear-obsessed editors choose every product we review. We may earn commission if you buy from a link. How we test gear. From June 26 through July 18, the Tour de France returns to its summertime glory for 2021. The Tour rolled out of the Atlantic port of Brest on Saturday, with teams of 8 riders embarking on a 21-day trek across France with all eyes on defending champion Tadej Pogacar. Read below for stage-by-stage updates, results, and highlights. Full Tour de France standings geek out on the TDF. What happens after a Tour crash? How do your stats compare to a pro? Why are Tour riders' legs so big? Here's who will win in 2021 Stage 1 BENOIT TESSIERGetty ImagesFrenchman Julian Alaphilippe dusted himself off from a fall to claim the first yellow jersey of the Tour de France on Saturday, winning Stage 1 by a clear margin on a crash-marred opening day. World champion Alaphilippe shot up the early section of the final 3 km climb, taking 10 bonus seconds at the finish line and ended another 12 seconds ahead of his nearest challenger. Australia's Michael Matthews was second and is second overall at 16 seconds, while Slovenia's Primoz Roglic came third and is in the same position in the overall standings. Crossing the line in his world champion's rainbow jersey, Alaphilippe put his thumb in his mouth in honor of his newborn son with his partner Marion Rousse, a former professional cyclist and now commentator. INEOS Grenadiers leader Geraint Thomas and defending champion Tadej Pogacar were just behind this group on a hugely stressful finish with major time gaps at stake that almost certainly led to the second of 2 mass falls on the day. Just before the finish, around 20 riders lay stricken and needing attention shortly after a first mass fall on the Tour de France opening stage, including 4-time champion Chris Froome. Unlike the earlier crash caused by a fan, the second came as the peloton was going around 70 km per hour, some 5 km from the finish line. A first fall happened some 45 km away from the finish line of Stage 1 of the Tour between Brest and Landerneau. A fan brandishing a sign brought down German rider Tony Martin, who was riding near the head of the pack and close to excited roadside spectators. The Jumbo-Visma rider fell, bringing down a huge number of fellow peloton members behind him. The crash held up the race for 5 minutes while bikes and bodies were untangled. The race leader slowed down to allow the stragglers to catch up, and despite the spectacular tangle, only one rider, Germany's Jasha Sutterlin of DSM, has so far had to pull out due to the accident. Italian champion Sonny Colbrelli and Dutch rider Wout van Aert, who ran over Martin before falling head over heels, had both been amongst the favourites to win the first stage hilltop finish but were both badly delayed.